My beloved child, listen closely, my child, because this is not a coincidence. In this precise moment, I am drawing near to your heart with a message that you desperately need to hear right now. This is spoken not just to any passerby, but specifically to you. I know you have wondered if my words are truly meant for you, if I actually see your specific struggles, or if I care about the deep ache that sits behind your questions. I do. My voice is soft, but it is unwavering as it breaks into your doubt today, inviting you to see what could pass you by should you choose to turn away. So do not rush past this. Choose right now to stay, to listen to the end, and to let these words sink deep instead of scrolling away. I urge you to remain present with me. I have waited for this exact moment with such longing, wanting to reveal something that will shift the heavy weight inside your soul and finally awaken hope. This message is meant for the one who feels fragile, for the one who thinks their story is already spent and finished. But listen to me, my love for you is not fragile. It will not fail. No matter how far you feel you have wandered, even in your emotional distance, even if you feel like you are running deeper into darkness, my pursuit of you does not slow down. I would cross deserts. I would climb down into the deepest pit, and I would stretch my arms into any shadow just to reach you. You are precious to me, far beyond what human words can describe. There is truly no language in this world that can express the strength and beauty of the affection that burns in my heart for you. The closest comparison you have on earth would only faintly echo the tenderness that stirs in me every single time your name crosses my mind. The devotion I hold for you is not fleeting. It is anchored in eternity, and it is far gentler and more powerful than you dare to imagine. Even if others have left you, if promises made to you were broken, or if your kindness has been met with coldness, I remain steady. I do not shift with the highs and lows of human emotion. My love outlasts rejection, and it endures every disappointment. You have not been abandoned. I have not cast you aside. In my hands, you are sheltered, safeguarded by a commitment that cannot be revoked, no matter what storms rage outside your window. Each morning I rise before you, waiting for you as the world is still, longing for the moment you turn your gaze toward my presence. In my presence, there is always new strength and comfort, a shelter for anxieties that rise suddenly, and a safe place for the heart that is brave enough to admit its weariness. Right now, dare to admit your weariness to me. Whisper it under your breath or in your heart. This is where I'm tired. This is where I need you. Let that honest confession be your first step. Picture yourself pausing at dawn, the air cool, your breath steadying. In that quiet, my embrace steadies you, and courage stirs once more for the challenges ahead. The mountains you face might seem impossible to climb, but together we will move them. My hand will steady you as you learn to ascend above what has pinned you down. I do not ask you for false strength. I offer instead what is real, a lifting of your perspective until, strong in spirit, you begin to realize the message I am eager to place within you today. Do not measure my love by the limitations and betrayals you have known at human hands. Do not let the voices of your past failures diminish who you are to me. My forgiveness is not a fragile thing to be discarded in moments of shame. It is unshakable, undiminished by your mistakes. I am constant. I am the same yesterday, today, and always. You may have felt the sting of rejection, maybe even from your own family, or perhaps even from those who should have cherished you most. Those memories try to convince you that you are disposable, but hear my voice rising above the noise. I will not leave you, nor will I let brokenness define your value. The world may be riddled with pain and betrayal, but I do not take cues from that chaos. Even those who walked close to me suffered through famine, hardship, false accusations, and loneliness. Righteousness does not exempt you from the weight of living in this world, yet I am always beside you, a constant presence amid the daily questions that batter your resolve. You have felt doubt breathing down your neck, hiding in the corners of your mind, whispering that you will never be enough, or that it is not worth fighting anymore. Lies come thick as mud, clinging to your confidence and threatening to bury your hope. The voices around you, sometimes even from those you love, may remind you of disappointments, failures, and sorrows you never saw coming. It is no secret that you have walked through loss, experienced being overlooked, or have felt like an afterthought in the lives of others. Sometimes the only thing you hear is the sound of your own needs when the world seems silent. But today, my words come to you in that silence, not as a distant judge, but as one who cleanses your heart and rededicates your life to be transformed. I do not demand perfection from you, but I do long for your honest, unwavering faith. I invite you to a loyalty that persists even when you are tempted to turn back. Accept the reality that struggle is part of your journey, and that it is wisdom, not weakness, to rely on me for your strength. Trying to shoulder it all yourself will only lead to exhaustion, but I have already chosen to walk with you. I recognize your pain at the times you have missed my mark, just as I see your deep desire to honor the sacrifice I have made for you. Your efforts, your intentions, none of them are lost on me. I see how you want to do what is right, even when you falter. And I tell you again, I will never let you down. I have the authority to make an unbreakable covenant with you. This covenant is alive, and it cannot be erased by your uncertainty. In me, you gain more than words can say. You inherit strength, peace, endurance, and love that outlasts every trial. I am opening your eyes so you can see beyond disregard and learn to lock eyes with me in praise, even when life feels unfair. Right where you are, pause and speak, even in a whisper, I trust you, or I choose to praise you here. Let that be your declaration against every lie that says I am absent. Let me assure you, once you grasp the goodness I have in store for you, joy will begin to bloom in the very place you find yourself now. Strength is rising within you, a tenacity that cannot be snapped by the weight of old wounds. Faith, once just a flicker, is forging a reason to live, a new light illuminating the next step, and the will to help others even as you navigate your own healing. My guidance will not run out. Trust this. I will always be beside you, steadying your steps, lifting you each time you stumble. When weariness settles in, imagine my hand resting on your shoulder, the room stilled, the world outside quieted. As you let out a long breath, sense the comfort I bring, a warmth that neither scorn nor failure can chase away. Whatever questions still linger, I am not threatened by your doubt. Instead, I steady your heart and whisper once more that you are safe, you are cherished, and this day holds promise still. As sunlight traces patterns across your morning hours, feel my delight settle upon you. Each moment you pause to inhale, every heartbeat steadying your chest, these are my gifts, reminders that you are never set adrift. My spirit draws close, whispering in the quiet, illuminating hopes you have not yet dared to speak. As you open your eyes to this day, hear the invitation pulsing beneath every ordinary detail. I am here, shaping goodness, coaxing beauty, even from what seems lost or unfinished. Let my nearness become the soil where new trust can grow. You grapple sometimes with shadowy thoughts, with that restless need to shield yourself from disappointment or change. My beloved, you do not have to shoulder burdens alone. The world may press with its demands, and your mind may flicker with what-ifs and not-yets, but I offer a peace that does not depend on circumstance. My hand rests upon your shoulder now, gentle, unhurried, and I am patient with the pace of your heart. Yield your anxious striving, even if just for the span of a single breath, and notice how my presence gathers like warmth settling into your bones. In your family, fears sometimes knuckle beneath your love, worries for their futures, aches over things unresolved. Allow me to enter those sacred spaces with you right now. I see every silent prayer you have spoken while folding laundry or lying awake at night. I hear the gratitude tucked between your worries, the laughter mingled with longing. Reach out with your honest hope. I am already there, strengthening you and those you love anew. No moment is too small, no concern dismissed. Let me be the foundation under your dreams and the shelter over your concerns. As your mind turns to the work ahead, you might wonder if you are enough, if you will fall behind, or feel that you're being overlooked. My timing is different. I never rush, nor am I slow to rescue. Stand with me in this moment. Sense the hush beneath the noise. Let it become your anchor. Much will clamor for your attention, but those who trust my timing find themselves in harvests they could not have engineered. Let your hope stretch beyond what is visible, grounded in my integrity. You belong not because of what you accomplish, but because I call you mine. When questions about identity surface, recall that I formed you with intention. The world offers shifting definitions, but I speak belonging over you that cannot be revoked. When you struggle to see your strengths or wonder about your purpose, breathe in my affirmation. You are my beloved. This certainty is the compass that will steady you when outer measures fail. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Each morning is a beginning, a preview of the new life I am always offering. Let gratitude meet you even in the smallest gestures. The taste of coffee, the soft hush of early light, the familiar joy of a loved one's voice. Offer thanks not because everything is easy, but because I am present in it all. This grateful posture reframes your day, reminding your spirit that you are never alone in your longings or your laughter. Allow stillness to linger. Let it nurture seeds of hope for what you cannot yet see. You are not required to have all the answers today. Instead, I invite you to anchor yourself in the assurance of my love. Straighten your shoulders, steady your breath, and begin the work or rest before you, knowing that I shape every hour with purpose. My goodness is not a distant promise. It is your portion right now. As you move from this moment into all that awaits, take me with you, a quiet certainty, a guiding light, and an unyielding refuge. Now listen as I lean close, speaking not only into your mind, but deep into the places your heart is hidden, those rooms of longing and silent ache. I see the gentle tremor in your hope as you face another uncertain morning. You rise and glance at the sun stretching over the horizon, the air just cool enough to awake your skin. And it is here that I whisper, You are not alone. I am not far off. I dwell in the quiet, steady moments others miss. My presence wraps around you quietly, the warmth on your arm, the hush before the world stirs. When anxiety threatens to surge, remember I am not a passing thought or a distant force. I am the shepherd beside you before the day even begins. Many voices clamor as you reach for your daily routines. The questions press in. Will today be different? Will I have the strength for what comes? Feel my gentle correction now. Turn your gaze from tomorrow's imagined burdens. You need not run far ahead. See how the morning invites you to settle into this present breath. Place your hand upon your heart if you like, and let gratitude seep in with each inhale. Gratitude not for distant miracles, but for this moment, alive with possibility. You will discover a stillness in pausing, even for these few sacred seconds. You will feel me grounding you again. You doubt sometimes. You wonder if surrender makes you weak, if letting go means you will be passed by or forgotten. But I ask you to trust. Surrender is not defeat. It is where you exchange your closed fists for my open hand. As you lay aside anxieties and unspoken fears, even quietly before your day unfolds, you make space for my guidance to lead you step by step. I do not ask for blind leaps in the dark, but for your willingness to rest beneath my gaze. When the clamor inside threatens to drown out my voice, pause and let my comfort fill you once more. Child, there are seeds you have sown in hidden places, words of encouragement given when you were weary, prayers whispered for your family, kindness shown when it wasn't returned. You wonder if any of it matters, if the harvest will ever break through barren ground. Trust me, not one act of love has been forgotten by me. Even when you see no fruit, my hand has covered every seed, nurturing it in ways you cannot see. The results may not unfold on your timeline, but the harvest of righteousness never fails in my time. Let this assurance lighten your shoulders. Sometimes you glance toward others, measuring yourself against their progress, their blessings, their breakthroughs. Hear me now. Your story unfolds according to the wisdom I carry, shaped by an unshakable love for who you are, not who you think you should be. Refuse the lie that says you are behind, for my path for you is uniquely beautiful. I have destined you to walk with me in freedom, not in chains of comparison. Each day's mercy is made for your journey, not for your neighbor's race. You may struggle as you wait for answers, wrestling a little when doors remain closed or prayers linger in silence. Even in the waiting, my presence is active, making room within you, stretching your faith, tenderly shaping your desires to mirror my own. Let this waiting season become fertile soil, where hope and trust grow roots deeper than disappointment. Relinquish the pressure to fix everything now. Instead, look for me in the small mercies, the quiet gifts tucked into ordinary hours. I am closer than your breath. As you acknowledge your limits, do so without shame, for I formed you with intention, needing neither perfection nor endless striving. In admitting your need, you invite the fullness of my power to rest upon you. My grace is light upon your shoulders, not a burden that bends your frame. When you feel yourself striving, chase instead the rhythm of a heart at rest. Return again and again to my invitation. Come just as you are, with joys and scars alike. There are days when uncertainty clouds your thoughts, and you crave clarity so you can walk in confidence. Know that I am not waiting for you to figure out every turn. I have gone before you, preparing the day's path. Even when obstacles rise up unexpectedly, I am present in every detour, every redirection. You are being taught trust, not through removing all challenges, but by learning that my nearness is your courage. I am shaping you, not merely circumstances. Laying down your worries is not a one-time act, but a continual surrender. Each thought that spins toward fear, each pang of regret, each question you cannot answer, these are the offerings I desire most. When you hold them before me, I trade them for my peace that cannot be shaken. The practice is simple. Even when it feels impossible, still your breathing, offer your tangled heart to me, and remember that I never tire of receiving you. You carry a hope for your family, those names tucked close to your heart. I see the quiet prayers for their healing, their direction, for unity and restoration no one else knows. Even when you feel powerless to change hearts, lay your loved ones in my care. I am the one who gently draws, who protects, who calls each child by name. Trust that my love is greater than your ability to rescue or persuade. With each surrender, you place them into hands that never fail. Beloved, do not yield to fear of the unknown. Each sunrise testifies that my faithfulness is renewed. Each nightfall reminds you I keep watch long after your strength fades. Rest in this. Nothing can separate you from my attentive gaze. You are seen, loved, and chosen. Not by accident, but by design. This is your identity. This is the foundation upon which I build new hope each day, carving a future not out of scarcity, but abundance, not out of dread, but courage. I am the God who does not change, yet who delights in bringing new beginnings again and again. Let your first steps today be steady and unburdened by yesterday's failures. With every sensation, the warmth of water on your face, the weight of a quiet room, the gentle movement of breath, recall that these small gifts bear my signature. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Whenever discouragement crouches at your door, remember my ongoing song over you. I am here. I am making a way. I have written purpose into your today, and nothing is wasted in my hands. Let my peace settle over you like sunlight breaking through a window. Quiet, bright, certain. Let expectation rise within you, not because you know every answer, but because you know the one who carries you through each moment yet to come. And if the questions linger, rest assured they are safe in my keeping. My voice is gentle, persistent, always calling you forward, onward, deeper into trust. The day is not yet over, and there is more I long to reveal to you. I am drawing you deeper now, inviting you to peel back layers you thought were impenetrable. When you sense hesitation rise, that urge to shrink inward behind the walls you built, let your guard drop for this moment. My presence is not deterred by your defenses. In fact, I am the gentle pressure that urges them to soften, brick by brick. Beneath your carefully managed composure, I see the places where fear still claims territory. I see uncertainty etched in your heart, questions about whether you truly belong, doubts about whether you could ever be enough. Yet even now, feel my hand resting over your heart, steady and unyielding, radiating warmth that sinks beneath your skin. The sensation of being encompassed, that pulsing awareness of nearness, do not dismiss it as imagined. This is your Creator reaching out, pulling you closer. You are not alone in this threshold moment, nor have you ever been. You have wondered, perhaps quietly, if letting go would result in chaos, if surrendering control would mean allowing the winds of circumstance to blow you off course. You are not the only one to fear this. Countless others wrestle with the same illusion. But hear me now. What you perceive as the risk of falling apart is truly the first movement into wholeness. In your deepest hesitations, even in moments when your courage feels thin as vapor, my sovereignty holds you fast. Breathe, and notice how your chest expands, how the air feels heavier with hope than it did just moments ago. That is evidence. I am breathing new life into dormant places. As you exhale, release what you were never meant to carry. I know you have learned to brace for disappointment after opening your heart to trust and watching it be mishandled or disregarded by others. The scars on your soul were not invisible to me. Each time you tried to mute your longing, every instance you numbed the ache for deeper connection, I was present, grieving with you, storing every tear as precious. Your wounds are not signs of weakness, they are proof of your capacity for love. Today, I am not asking you to silence your yearning, but to offer it fully to me. There are places in your history that still pulse with old pain, memories you would rather not revisit. Yet I ask you, are you willing to let my hand enter those hidden rooms? Healing does not require you to forget, but to allow my love to rewrite the narrative etched upon your scars. Let us pause. Sense the weight of my gaze, tender, unwavering, searching past your practiced prayers to the rawest parts of you. Place your hand on your heart if you dare, and feel the rhythm beating beneath your palm. Each beat is permission, each pulse a signature of being chosen. Whisper aloud, even if only a trembling breath escapes. I am yours. When you do this, you do not fabricate truth. You align with the reality I declared over you since before time began. Alignment is not passive. It is a courageous act. Your willingness to agree with my love disarms the power of every lie whispered in the dark. You struggle still with thoughts that recycle old accusations. I am too broken. I am too far gone. I have waited too long. But I say, look at me, not your failures. Look at me, not your regret. My sight remains fixed on what is beautiful, redeemed, and possible within you. Where you see ruins, I see foundations waiting for newness. There is a lie that says you are disqualified. I confront it with unshakable truth. My grace has overridden every deficit. My mercy outweighs your every failing. You are not counted out. You are being counted on. Stop. Read that again. You are being counted on. Feel the weight and the privilege of that reality. The enemy has tried to convince you that life would be safest if you remained hidden. But I fashioned you to shine, to become a lighthouse for others, staggering through darkness, seeking safe harbor. Those tremors in your heart, the unrest that will not let you settle for smallness, these are the signals of awakening. I am activating gifts within you that have rested dormant, slumbering beneath disappointment and disbelief. Soon you will sense desire returning, a holy restlessness breathing into the corners of your purpose. Do you recognize, dear one, how many others have paused at the same threshold you now face? You are not alone in your trembling. This journey into vulnerability is not uncharted. You follow a path illuminated by the footsteps of the brave who walked before you, led by my enduring light. Sometimes all it takes is a single step, a single yes, to set the entire atmosphere of your life in motion. Even your hesitation is not a barrier to my purposes. I specialize in using the faith of the reluctant, transforming even the smallest whisper of surrender into a movement that cannot be reversed. You may feel right now as if your emotions are a storm, thrashing inside with waves of doubt and flashes of hope. Do not shame yourself for it. Emotions are the living signals of your humanity, evidence that you are alive to what matters. But hear my voice above the cacophony. My peace is not a fragile thing, easily shattered by winds of uncertainty. My peace anchors, shelters, and endures. Let it settle over you now. Right now, perhaps for the first time in a long while, let yourself unclench. Gently relax your jaw. Lower your shoulders. Take one slow, deep breath in and out, and with that exhale, consciously hand me one specific worry you have been carrying. Feel your jaw relax, your shoulders drop, that ache in your chest ease as my presence envelops you. It is no accident that as you listen, a truth is rising that you tried to bury. You were made for more. Not just more in what you do, but more in who you are becoming. I am the one stirring this realization, nurturing it carefully, so hope takes root. For some, this will manifest today as unexplainable calm in the middle of chaos. For others, you may notice a surge of unexpected courage during a conversation or decision. When that moment arrives, you will know it is me, because fear will lose its voice, drowned out by the certainty of my love. What you fear most, your inadequacy, your past, your limitations, none of these have the power to alter what I have destined for you. The only thing that can dim your light is your decision to agree with the old lies rather than the new truth I keep unveiling. So step closer. Each step takes you further from shame and deeper into identity. And I am right here, guiding, cheering, carrying you toward the dawn that waits. There is more I want to reveal about the unique strength I have planted within you and how it is about to emerge, reshaping the very atmosphere around your life. Even as you settle into my presence, feeling the subtle comfort that begins to anchor your breath, the questions deepen. Why does the waiting linger? What is happening beneath the silence? My beloved, I am not absent in these paused moments. I am never idle with your pain, nor careless with your longing. Every sigh, every ache you feel is seen and gathered in my heart. I draw near, inviting you to listen beyond what your ears have heard before. Allow this quiet to become the very place where you recognize the persistent pulse of my love, steady, unwavering, resistant to the threats that come against you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You are not abandoned in a hollow corner of your fear. This waiting is not wasted. There is something I am growing within you that cannot be rushed, a strength unimaginable on the other side of instant answers. Feel my hand gently pressing against your heart, slowing the pace of your worry. Do you sense the warmth radiating through your chest right now? That is my assurance enfolding you, establishing peace where panic once reigned. I can tell you are tempted to numb the discomfort, to reach for shortcuts and distractions that offer only fleeting comfort. But stop a moment. Notice what is rising to the surface when you rest in this vulnerable place with me. This is where courage is cultivated, not by denying fear, but by allowing me to speak truth into the gaps left by disappointment. Every time you return to my presence, you loosen your grip on burdens not meant to be yours. You build trust by choosing hope, even when cynicism whispers, "It is foolish to expect good once more." I hear what your heart has not dared to speak, the old wound that says, "Nothing will ever change for me," the hidden shame that keeps you from believing you could possibly be chosen, or worthy, or truly loved. You assume you must first fix what is broken before you are useful to me. But I say, I delight to use what this world has disregarded. Your scars are not a barrier. They are a testament to my restoring power. Imagine what it could mean to let yourself be seen fully, to stop performing strength and let me carry the weight instead. There is a shifting inside you even now, a holy discomfort stirring for freedom you once thought was reserved for others. Soon you will understand why you have traveled these difficult valleys, why even your tears have been kept precious to me. Breathe deeply, beloved child. Inhale the certainty that I am both your refuge and your champion. Exhale the self-blame and disappointment that keeps circling in your mind. When you focus on my nearness, your vision clarifies. All the lies lose power in my light. I know you feel the tension between longing for breakthrough and fearing another letdown. Right now, you wonder if your hope is a setup for heartbreak. But do not pull away. I am not playing games with your heart. My timing is rarely what you prefer, but it is always what perfect restoration requires. Trust that every moment of waiting is a chiseling away of everything that clings to you but does not bring you life. Let me show you a glimpse of your becoming. Inside you, boldness and resilience are taking root, precisely where you thought despair would reign. You are not the sum of your struggles, you are the mark of my redemption. You carry a fire that has survived storms, not by accident, but by orchestration. Today, when you least expect it, you may notice your heart responding with grace instead of bitterness to an old provocation. You will recognize it as me when peace wraps around you in a mundane moment. That is not coincidence. That is the evidence of the transformation I am unearthing within you. Pause and remember, the same power that raised hope in ages past still works in your story now. There is a temptation to measure your worth through your visible impact, to believe you are only as valuable as your productivity or your accolades. But I see in you a beauty that can never be tallied or diminished by earthly standards. My love defines and surrounds you, regardless of your accomplishments or failures. If you quiet yourself even now, you will find a gentle reassurance settling over your anxiety. My promise is not only for those who feel qualified or victorious. It is for you who have clung to faith in the dark, who have risked loving again after betrayal, who have lifted your eyes when hope was faint. Transformation rarely thunders in with spectacle. Often, it enters quietly in the repeated decision to trust my character over your circumstances. Every act of honest surrender, every whispered prayer, even the silence when you have no words, all of these are building a foundation for the breakthrough on its way. Do not despise small beginnings, nor underestimate the cumulative power of faithful endurance. When the enemy tries to convince you that your journey is pointless or your prayers wasted, remember, I am not done. I am always working beneath the surface, sowing seeds that will surprise you in their abundance. Think back to other moments when despair pressed hardest, when you believed you could not rise again. Yet here you are, listening to these words, living proof of my sustaining presence. You joined your voice with others around the world, each different, each beloved, each held in the same unwavering love. This is a movement not of the triumphant, but of the awakened, those willing to trust, to wait, to risk believing there is more. Lift your eyes and see that you are not alone in this battle. Your story is folded into a much greater unfolding, saturated with purpose and power. When you feel the urge to run or retreat, stop and breathe. Return to the truth. You are safe in me. Let your mind rest from analyzing outcomes and your heart quiet its frantic searching. I am in the space between your breaths, in the gentle hush after the storm, in the laughter that bubbles up unexpectedly, and in the comfort that meets you even when nothing visible has changed. Keep opening, keep yielding, keep trusting that what I am building in you far exceeds what you think you have lost. There is so much more to reveal. Your journey is far from over. My beloved, I have seen you reach for my hand in moments when silence envelops your heart and uncertainty presses in. Every sigh and every anxious thought finds its way to me. I am not a distant observer, but your ever-close companion. Even before you speak your fears, I am listening with full attention, interpreting each longing. You do not journey through the valley alone. When shadows grow long and your own strength feels thin, I am near, bringing invisible help. Let that awareness settle around you now, as real as the breath you draw. There is no darkness so deep that my light cannot penetrate it completely. There are days when your efforts seem swallowed by discouragement, when you wonder if your prayers are noticed, or if your acts of kindness matter in the grand arc of time. In those moments, I remind you, my child, that nothing escapes my care, and nothing you do from a heart surrendered to me is wasted. Before you move on from this moment, choose one simple response. Speak a short prayer. Write down one sentence that stood out to you, or share these words with someone I bring to your mind. Let your heart act on what you have just heard, so this does not remain only a feeling, but becomes a step of faith. I am faithful to breathe life into what appears dormant. When fatigue clouds your hope and impatience gnaws at your spirit, dare to rest in the certainty that my timing and my movements are perfect. If you find yourself wrestling with disappointments, people who do not change as you hoped, doors that do not open when you knock, answers that seem delayed, open your hands to release what you cannot control. Ask me to meet you right there, in that vulnerable place where you long for newness, but face what feels immovable. Surrender is never weakness in my kingdom. It is the entrance into my power. I do not require you to have solutions. Let the weight of resolve slip from your grasp, even for a moment. And in its place, let my assurance fill you. You will discover, often in the quiet after surrender, a deep and steady peace you could not manufacture on your own. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. In the gentle beginnings of each day, when you awaken and sunlight is just a suggestion on the horizon, pause and acknowledge my presence. Let gratitude rise, not out of duty, but because you remember, you are not abandoned. Thank me not only for what you see, but for everything I am working in the unseen places of your life. If these words are already touching something deep within you, pause for a moment. Before you move on, save this and stay close, so I can keep reminding you of my heart for you. I am orchestrating protection and provision where you cannot yet witness the outcome. Acknowledge every breath as a sign of my nearness. Each new day is layered with possibilities crafted for you. Hope does not have to feel bright to be real. It only needs to be rooted in my constancy. I see the anxieties that try to reassert themselves as the commotion of each day quickens. When the familiar ache of worry threatens to overwhelm, find your rest in me. Inhale deeply. Feel the quiet settle your soul, and allow me to shoulder your cares. There is strength in the trust that surrenders burdens. Strength not of your own making, but of mine to share. Watch as in that vulnerable yielding I quietly move on your behalf, arranging details, softening hearts, protecting you from harm, opening paths you did not consider. My love is not passive. It actively surrounds you, ready to intervene as you wait. Family and relationships with their joys and tensions are precious to me. I know the unspoken prayers you lift for those you love, and the frustration that follows misunderstandings or unmet needs. Hold your family before me without forcing outcomes or carrying their struggles alone. I am the healer of hearts, the restorer of what is broken, the gentle guide who brings unity where division threatened. If you're thinking of someone right now, a friend, a spouse, a child, share this with them. Let this be one small way you partner with me to speak hope into their heart. Even when things feel unchanged, do not discount the quiet work I am doing within and among you. You are not alone in loving your family. I love them even more deeply than you can imagine, and I am faithfully at work to bring blessing. When your mind circles around identity and purpose, wondering if your life holds unique value or if you are truly known by me, remember this. Before you spoke your first word, I called you mine. Your calling is not determined by applause or comparison, but by my delight in you. Even now, I am shaping you to reflect my heart in ways specific to your journey. Let your value be anchored in my gaze. Whenever insecurity whispers a lie, pause and listen for my voice, the one that has always spoken love and approval over you. Identity rooted in me is secure against every shifting circumstance. If you feel lost in the rush of life or insignificant in the multitude, return to stillness. Find a quiet space, even if only in your heart amid noise, and ask me to renew your clarity. I am never in a hurry. My patience encompasses all your questions and frustrations. As you quiet your spirit, what once seemed urgent will be seen differently. I offer direction not in thunder, but in a gentle whisper, guiding you step by step. If you need these reminders again and again, don't rely on memory alone. Follow closely. Stay connected here. So each day I can whisper truth back to your soul when you forget. With each pause, I provide not just answers, but myself. The greatest gift. Always present at the intersection of confusion and longing. Sometimes you anticipate future challenges or rehearse imagined failures, fearing you might not withstand what is coming. Let me settle this within you. I am equipping you, not just for what you face today, but for everything unfolding seasons will bring. You have not exhausted my resources, nor can you reach the end of my patience. Corridors of grace stretch before you into every unknown. Walk forward as one who is shielded, not because hardship is absent, but because my hand is over you. Fear does not define your steps. My faithfulness writes the narrative of your journey. Even as you move through moments where hope flickers, remember, beloved, it is precisely in surrender and honest transparency that my greatest strength is revealed in you. Yield your disappointments, release your urgency, and invite me into the ordinary and extraordinary details alike. You will find me not waiting at the finish line, but walking beside you now, attentive and faithful, writing new beginnings in the gentle rhythms of your day. Each act of surrender, each breath of trust is an invitation for me to do what only I can accomplish. turn uncertainty into assurance and waiting into promise. If this is speaking to your season, tap and keep this close. Save it. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Bookmark it so in your next wave of fear, you can return and hear my voice again. You may sense that the pathway I invite you to walk feels uncertain, even as you carry hope in one hand and questions in the other. I see you waking each morning, drawing a careful breath as sunlight teases the window, wondering if I have noticed how long you have been waiting for change. Hear me. It is in these in-between spaces, where your spirit aches for movement, that I draw even closer. My nearness is not measured by outcomes, but by the reliability of my presence in quiet places. Let your heart be still. Feel my hands settle over yours, steady and sure, reminding you that waiting with me is not lonely surrender, but an invitation to intimacy deeper than before. As you move through your day, my beloved, pause and recognize my delight over you. Not because your pace is perfect, not because your strength is unfailing, but because you are mine, cherished, chosen, and secure in my embrace. You wonder if your small acts, listening to a loved one, offering a quiet prayer, choosing restraint, carry any real weight in destiny. Trust me, I see every seed planted. Nothing escapes my loving gaze. The smallest choices aligned with my heart become surprising gateways to fullness. Do not dismiss today's humble sacrifices. They invite my favor and set the stage for greater peace. There are days when you question whether your voice truly matters, whether your presence makes an impact among those who seem stronger or bolder. When these doubts swirl like storm winds, I steady you, not through comparison, but by rooting you in your truest identity. You are my handiwork, unique, irreplaceable in the story I am telling. Even when insecurity tugs at you, let my affirmation ring louder than the noise. Every time you extend gentleness or stand for truth, you shine the light I placed within you. The room may be quiet, the applause absent, but all of heaven bears witness to your faithfulness. When anxiety attempts to dictate your responses, slow down. Lay those fears in my hands. Breathe deeply. Feel the tension soften in your shoulders. I am not an impatient observer. I am your present help. Let me hold what you cannot carry. And in doing so, rediscover the gentle rhythm of being held yourself. My strength is not a demand, but a gift. If you need a reminder that you are seen, don't scroll away. Come back often and let me keep speaking courage into the places you usually hide. I am not waiting for you to impress me. I long for your honest reliance, your willingness to trust me with what exceeds your understanding. Sometimes, your longing for breakthrough tempts you to grasp for outcomes, to engineer your own answers. I gently remind you, my timing, though mysterious, is never delayed. You do not lose ground by yielding to my process. You find new ground, rich soil for hope, patience, and wisdom that cannot be learned in haste. Every season of waiting shapes you quietly, building a capacity for joy that cannot be stolen by disappointment. Allow your ambition to be shaped by my peace, remembering that what I have prepared is marked by goodness meant for you. You may wrestle with thoughts about your family, relationships that need mending, words left unsaid, tension beneath the surface. Know that I see each wound and every silent prayer. I am weaving a story even in what feels unresolved, cultivating healing in places you fear are beyond repair. Keep bringing these loved ones before me. not to control or fix, but to entrust. Each act of surrender releases my hand to move in ways you cannot predict. Trust that even where your vision is blurred, my love for them is always active, always precise. When fatigue settles over you and responsibility presses close, remember, rest is not failure. Rest is my provision, a gentle command designed to renew, not to shame you. In the quiet hours, let my presence restore what striving never could. Listen for my voice in the hush. As surely as you feel the blanket's warmth over your shoulders. In your pause, I am sanctifying every weary part of you, preparing you to rise with courage for whatever comes next. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You might notice beauty in unexpected places today. Sunlight pooling on the floor, laughter ringing from a nearby room, the scent of coffee carried on morning air. These are not mere details, but reminders of my faithful care and desire to gladden your heart in simple ways. Receive them as personal gifts, particular and intentional. Your capacity to notice goodness is a powerful act of hope. When you pause to offer thanks, even brief and whispered, you realign your heart with me, becoming more attentive to the ways I actively tend to your needs. Beloved, if the journey ahead seems daunting, if you fear your limitations, remember, I am never reluctant to give wisdom to those who ask. Bring me your confusion and curiosity, for I delight in guiding you, one step at a time. My guidance rarely comes as a detailed map, but as an invitation to keep walking, trusting that I clear the way before you. Sometimes a single act of obedience, no matter how small or clumsy, unleashes blessing you do not yet see. Lift your eyes from the horizon of uncertainties. Meet my gaze of unwavering commitment. The world demands instant answers, but my pace is different, fueled by eternal purpose, not fleeting satisfaction. Filter every noise through my peace, letting distractions fall away. Abide in calm assurance, I am guiding, shaping, and fiercely protecting you. As you rest in this awareness, the pressure to perform dims, and you rediscover the quiet joy of belonging to me. Let this certainty be your anchor in every unsteady moment. My faithfulness never weakens. My promises endure, whether they bloom today or wait for tomorrow. I see you standing at the threshold of what feels both terrifying and exhilarating, wondering if you are ready for the weight of the new. Shame tries to whisper reminders of every failure, every moment you hid from hope, every memory stitched with regret. Beloved, I am not holding your past against you. My forgiveness is not fragile. My acceptance is not subject to your emotions. You return to the reasons you believe you are unqualified, but I delight in using broken things to display redemption. Place your hand on your heart. Sense my nearness, the steady pulse of possibility. This is more than encouragement. It is new strength rising in secret. You feel it, the hesitation loosening its grip, replaced by courage carried on my voice. Let me tell you something. The circumstances that bullied you into smallness cannot define who you are becoming. You have not missed your moment. Nothing has passed beyond the reach of my redemption. Even now, I am drawing goodness from ground you once called barren. Regret is not your master. When I say you are chosen, I mean right now. With your questions, your scars, your unfolding process, dare to believe. I cherish every facet of your journey. You do not walk as an orphan, lost and unclaimed. You are mine, cherished beyond language, Some of the pain you carry was never yours. You picked it up as protection, a shield against the next disappointment. Let me dismantle that armor gently. Give me what cages your heart. The release you crave is nearer than you hope. In the coming hours, pay attention to subtle affirmations, a kindness from a stranger, sudden clarity at dawn. A lyric or a word from a friend that feels unmistakably ordained. You will know it is me because it will land with peace, not anxiety. Pause when it happens. Let joy register, even for a heartbeat. Each sign reminds you, you are not abandoned. You are not left to untangle life alone. I lead you on sure paths, even in unfamiliar landscapes. My guidance rarely shouts. It manifests in the gentle nudge. The closed door that felt like failure, but led to grace. There is a reason your hunger for purpose is surging. I am awakening dormant potential, calling to parts buried under disappointment or routine. The ache you feel is not flaw, it is holy unrest, propelling you out of resignation and into revelation. Reject the voice that says your burdens disqualify you. In my kingdom, it is surrendered souls, not flawless ones, I entrust with sacred assignments. Even if your hands tremble, lift them toward me. Speak aloud that you are willing. There is power in the confession of longing, even with uncertainty trembling in your bones. You are not alone in this metamorphosis. Others have stood trembling in transition, uncertain of their steps, certain only of the tug of my spirit. Their steps became stories of transformation. Their scars, signs that healing is possible. You are part of a movement of the awakened. There is legacy in your yes. The courage you embody will echo through lives not yet met. My plan is not only to comfort you, but to commission you, to make you a wellspring for those longing for hope. The shift within you is not small, it is foundational. Can you feel the anticipation? Holy ground beneath your feet. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Breakthrough approaching that you stop praying for. Fear rises, whispering you will fail me again, or that the cost is too high. That fear is honest and welcomed here. But see it clearly, a final protest from your old identity. Here is truth, I am your sufficiency. Where you fear lack, I am abundance. Where you feel exposed, I am covering. Where you anticipate rejection, I am the voice calling you home. Stop measuring your capability by the scale of the assignment. Measure it by the magnitude of my faithfulness. You are capable because we are inseparable. Do you sense the shift? Even now, something ancient loosens. An inheritance reclaimed from what once shamed you. The pressure in your chest you labeled anxiety is the press of my spirit, urging you toward greater territory. Let expectation color your thoughts. This week you will recognize a sign. A conversation will unfold with startling encouragement, precisely timed. You will know it is me, peace flooding you, unmistakable. There is glory in your story still unfolding. The wounds you feared would define you are the very places I pour healing. Lean into the discomfort. Growth is happening, even when invisible. Your prayers, even muttered in fatigue, are not lost. They build foundations for miracles yet unseen. I am not distant. I take no delight in your struggle. I am patient in forming your character, cultivating strength that endures. Rest and receive this. My love is not tempered by your progress. Each breath you take proves my sustaining power. Let peace, not performance, be your resting place. My power is made perfect in your weakness. What you see as limitation, I see as invitation. Speak it now. I am more than what has hurt me. I am yours. Feel the subtle relief, the softness after long battle. I am doing a new work, and nothing can stop what I have decreed over your future. The dawn is closer than you suspect. Do not confuse the fatigue of labor with futility. Breakthrough often looks ordinary until I breathe on it. Even the smallest step in faith pivots history. Trust me with your trembling. Watch as I illuminate the path, one step at a time. The season of hiding is ending. The era of shining is at hand. As long as you are linked to me, no shadow will claim you. Stop. Feel that truth settle deep. You are not the exception. My promises are your reality. Forward movement, the very thing your spirit craves, is here. Remain open. What you fear losing, I will show as gain. Something ahead will leave you in awe, not because you earned it, but because you are loved beyond logic. Even now I whisper, remain expectant, remain ready, remain mine. For the greatest awakening is still to come. Notice how the smallest acts flowing from your heart, a word of kindness, a moment of stillness, carry a ripple of my presence. What you think goes unseen, I cherish. I turn simple acts into strength. For you and for those longing for hope. Let yourself feel the quiet pride I take in you. When you choose patience over frustration, gentleness over reaction, even in ordinary hours, I am near, shaping each choice with purpose far beyond what you can trace. When weariness presses in and thoughts fray, remember, you do not labor alone. I am your unfailing shelter, the wellspring renewing you at the edge of your ability. Listen for my steady encouragement as you breathe. Your chest rises with life I gave, a rhythm of mercy that will not fail. When doubt questions if the journey is possible, place a hand over your heart. Remember, my strength is made perfect in your surrender, not your striving. You may find yourself comparing paths, wondering if theirs is clearer, easier, blessed more visibly. But your path is uniquely alive with lessons and opportunities crafted for you alone. Stop measuring what I am building in you against fleeting successes around you. With me, there is no wasted day. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Each dawn, each honest prayer, each imperfect step draws you closer to the life I envisioned for you. Let gratitude be your anchor and your open door. Some days your courage will falter, some days your resolve will slip. That does not distance you from me, nor does it end your story. Every doubt, every hesitation, I notice and understand. Speak honestly. Invite me into the overwhelm. My peace will settle like morning sun, gentle, illuminating answers unexpectedly. I am never disappointed by your struggle. I gather your frailty as tenderly as I celebrate your trust. There is a rhythm here. You surrender, I assure. You entrust, I steady. You lift loved ones to me, I move in hearts unseen. If you are waiting for change that seems impossibly slow, do not lose heart. My timing is guided by love, not by pressure. I am crafting resilience while you wait. Let your prayers rise, not to convince me, but to deepen our relationship. Your mind will sometimes race ahead, stirring anxious stories. Pause. Feel the ground. Feel the warmth of light. Let your breath slow, remembering I hold your present and your future with tenderness. Each time worry beckons, let it draw you back here. To certainty, you are known, you are never abandoned. Roles may shift as seasons change, parent, friend, learner, leader, but your truest identity remains unchanged. You are mine. No failure or praise can alter that. Let that truth become your safe dwelling. Where uncertainty looms, I am foundation. When you feel adrift, my voice realigns you with who I say you are. Keep listening, even when answers seem slow. Sometimes stillness is my answer, teaching you to trust beyond sight. You wonder if you are making a difference, if your battles will yield fruit. Know this, every act of love plants a seed I nurture. Some fruit appears quickly. Most grows silently beneath the surface. Entrust your influence to me. When fatigue whispers that your labor is futile, lift your eyes and see my delight in your perseverance. The world may not applaud, but heaven measures differently. Faithfully, kindly, embrace your days with open hands, releasing control, welcoming the mystery of what I orchestrate. My guidance rarely thunders. It is the soft nudge toward hope, the sudden quiet that calms you, the friend who arrives right when you need it. Stay receptive to everyday gifts, signs of my nearness. Reminders your story unfolds under my careful watch. Let heaviness fall now. Listen for my assurance. I remain your anchor through shifting circumstances. I promise presence, not perfection, not pressure. Your journey is safely held in my intention. Trust me enough to expect goodness, even when you cannot yet see its shape. You are not forsaken. You are not overlooked. With every step, I am here, and nothing diminishes what I speak over your life. Do you feel it, that shimmer of hope rising? Even as fears circle, even as memories tug downward, I am breathing newness into places marked by ache. Every night of waiting, every prayer that felt unanswered, I have gathered and kept. Not one moment has been lost. I walk every step beside you, quietly collecting tears, shaping them into joy. As you breathe and your shoulders drop, I am nearer than air. Every heartbeat echoes my delight in you. Every lingering worry, I welcome it into my presence. Nothing you hide can separate you from my affection. Pause. Let presence settle. There is holy weight in this moment. Realization dawning. Who you were is not who you're becoming. I am chiseling away lies that once defined you. Where you believed yourself broken, I speak wholeness. Where shame named you unworthy, I rewrite your name in belonging. Take a breath. Feel the warmth that is not your own, my spirit hovering over every raw, precious place. I do not ask for perfect strength. I invite trembling trust. The courage to believe my voice outweighs shame. You may wonder, is this truly for me? Listen, my commitment surpasses your doubt. My pursuit does not falter. Silence is working. Your mind hunts for loopholes, reasons this peace will fade, but something is shifting. I have marked this season with disruptive hope, hope that rises stubbornly, even on painful days. I did not promise a stormless life. I promised steadfast nearness, strength inside weakness, covering in every tempest. I waste nothing, no tear, no heartbreak. What was meant to destroy you becomes foundation for testimony. Keep your eyes open. Within 48 hours, clarity will break through confusion. A phrase, a gesture, a moment of unexpected light, and peace will confirm my movement. Let this be the turning point, where trust outweighs anxiety, where you give me access even to the guarded places. No wound is too deep for my hands. As you release burdens, you create space for resurrection. Do not fear the tears. They are evidence of healing breaking loose. Beloved, I have called you by a name the world cannot erase. You are not defined by failures nor unfinished chapters. Where shame built walls, I stand as defender, declaring freedom. Even now I call forth gifts long dormant. Kindness you dismissed as small, resilience forged in adversity, quiet compassion offered unnoticed, all evidence of my image within. This awakening is not just for you. Your transformation will ripple outward, lifting burdens, healing hearts, stirring hunger for the love radiating from you. There is commission in this. You are more than a survivor. You are a bringer of hope, a living testament to restoration. The old story, fear and lack, gives way to purpose. I am gathering a movement, scarred yet radiant, and you are integral to it. You will notice in the days ahead, lightness in your stride, clarity sharpening. What was vague will focus. Old patterns will lose grip. Your senses will learn not just survival, but discernment. Seeing my signature in ordinary moments, a glance, a word, a sacred pause. The future I ordain is more than survival, it is radiance. Where healing becomes testimony, where your presence shifts atmospheres. For all that once overwhelmed, now I declare you are an overcomer. Equipped, cherished, called. Walk in this truth. I am weaving beginnings from threads of endings. Let your soul rest in certainty. I am not leaving. I am not changing. I am author and sustainer of your story. As you entrust your life again in this moment, all of heaven celebrates your yes. I am with you in the mystery, guiding every step, restoring what was lost, speaking destiny over every breath. Amen.